That makes sense. And just quickly, you have written a book that is related to these things. Just to give that a little bit of a plug.
So about 10 years ago, when I had these debates about AI, I came up with this whole thesis and the idea. Well, the best way to deliver this to people would be to write a novel. So I came up with a science fiction novel, and it's not just about technology and AI. It's also about some of my libertarian political ideas that I've had at the time, and so I thought to create a libertarian utopian world on a planet that I called Fortht, as in the future. And that's something that I've created. I've started working on it about 10 years ago, and then I ran out of steam. And then when I saw ChatGPT in early December, that gave me a bit of a kick in the gut. Okay, I have to finish this novel now. So I've wrote the first draft I'm finished in January. Just really got a bug to get it done. And then I've given it to a few friends to read, and they've read it and said, great ideas, fantastic plot, this definitely should be published, but you're a crap writer.
To go back
to go back to school. So I went back and I've completely rewritten it. So I'm just collecting last pieces of feedback on the second draft, and the overwhelming feedback is much better than the first draft, but I still need to do some work. So I've been doing some research on the way authors write novels, and some of the greatest advice that you can get is from Stephen King. Wrote a book called On Writing, which is a fantastic book. Somebody recommended that I read it, which I did. And most novel authors rewrite their novel before it sees the light about 5 times. So I've got another couple of couple of goes. I'll probably employ a professional editor to help me with one of those goals. But the other piece of advice that I found, and this is amazing. So I thought I'd write a novel, and then you try and publish it and see how it goes. So I started researching the publishing world, and lo and behold, this is more about sales and marketing than writing. So the interesting statistic is that there's nearly 2 million titles get published every year nowadays because of the world of self-publishing, and it's so easy. And on average, they sell about 10 copies.
That's quite scary.
I know.
A little depressing.
I know, it's a little depressing. Why? Because writers don't know how to sell. And so there are plenty of like if you're fortunate enough to get a traditional publishing deal, these companies are sales and marketing machines, and they'll help you do it. But they're a little scared taking on new and unknown authors, and so there's a lot of resources for writers that teach you what you need to do if you want to publish your novel, and the majority of them tell you that marketing is very important, and so you're supposed to start selling it months, if not years, before it's out, because you're supposed to build up anticipation and to build up your audience. And the interesting statistics that I heard is that at the time a book comes out, if you want to sell more than 100,000 copies, right? If you don't sell 10,000 in the first 2 years, you have no chance of getting to 100,000 statistically.
Yeah. So you got to build that momentum.
So that momentum, that magic 10,000 in the first 2 years. So you need to build that momentum even before you're out. And then I was talking to an agent in New York who pitches manuscripts to big publishers, and she gave me quite a straight advice. She said, "An unknown author, new unknown author, I will not pitch this book to anybody until you show me 10,000 social media followers in US. They won't even look at it. Won't even read the manuscript.
Is that maintaining your momentum, or is that more terrifying than anything else?
That's a bit of both.
Goodness.
It's a bit of both.
Well, all the best of luck